I'm just a gatekeeper at the metro. I'll explain to you why I'm just a gatekeeper. The metro project started its commercial operation in the year 2011. March this year, we completed one full section, the East-West corridor. In the year 2013, we commenced a part of the North-South corridor. The entire phase 1 of the project is under fast completion. I'm not here now to talk about the metro project, because the media has covered enough and more about the metro project for the good reasons or the bad reasons. I'm here to talk to you about a function that is beyond the metro, a function that we are passionately interested in pursuing, and that's creating public spaces along the corridor, or placemaking along the corridors. And I have been nominated to be the gatekeeper, wherein I welcome a whole lot of people from the community, be it the artists, the artisans, the puppeteers, the musicians, novelists, dramatists, poets, the community drum jam, the storytellers, the drummers, graffiti artists, busking, conversation with eminent people, and anything that people would like to join and share with the community. Not just the artistic community that we entertain, but we also have a place for entrepreneurs who could set up shops in our metro stations, space there, and especially those who have innovative ideas to sell or to give service. I think nowhere in the world you have this kind of a spread of items, like having an incubation center at the metro station, having a child care center in the metro station, having a workbench project at the metro center. This is Namma Metro. We interact with the community, commute them, and connect them together. Now, metro should not just connect people or commute people from point to point. It must connect people to places. And if you have to connect people to places, if you don't connect people to places, you just become another railroad company and distance yourself from the community. Therefore, the Bangalore Metro Rail is closely moving towards the transit-oriented development, which seeks to maximize the connectivity to high-density residential or commercial developments. Densification helps in many ways. Densification also helps in bringing people closer to the metro stations. Densification also helps in gaining additional revenues for the metro, whereby we could increase the network of the metro connectivity across the city. These are innovative methods of financing. This I can talk some other day. But for now, I will concentrate, I'll focus my attention in placemaking. But before that, let me talk to something about a teeny-weeny aspects about the metro, which is normally nobody talks about, but which we feel about. Metro is new to the metro project, to the officers working in the metro, the Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation, as much as it is new, a new technology to the people of Bangalore. We have to work in a living city. Keep the city going and yet keep the project going. It's a Herculean task. But yet, and we have been seeing some multiple problems. We're seeing the problems about the narrow roads. You have a problem about shifting of utilities. You have weak structures. You have a whole lot of problems. At one point in time, we thought these are insurmountable and we'll not be able to do the project. But as a project management team, we decided to attack these issues step by step. So what did we do? We engaged with the tree lovers, took their consent to cut some trees there. For every tree that we cut, we put 10 trees. And we gave excellent compensation for people for land acquisition. The land acquisition cost came more than the market value of the land. when we had a lot of rehabilitation issues that came about. The rehabilitation, we had to shift the slums from where they were there, especially the slums near Shirampura. This particular slums, what happened was we had to create an entirely new apartments for them. Though they were staying in a slum, by 10 by 10 tin sort of a shack, we gave them 750 square feet of an apartment and we moved them there, and slums have been rehabilitated. This has become a story by itself in the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank and the JICA. All of them have been appreciated our initiative in trying to shift this kind of a thing. And there was a lot of issues about the noise levels that were in the city. The whole residents were complaining about the noise levels and things like that. We tried to mitigate this by new systems of blasting. I think we did about 40,000 blasts in the city, and I don't think anybody heard a single noise in the city because we used a new technology with rock mechanics. The problem with Bangalore is not just the shifting of utilities and things. It's got a hard sheet rock. If it is a sheet rock, it is easier to drill. But if it is a mixed geology, you have boulders coming in, and then you have a problem. You see here, you see the boulders, a soft rock and a boulder. What happens is the boulder gets into the cutter head and keeps rotating inside the cutter head, and it damages the cutter tool, or in our case, it damaged the cutter head itself, and the cutter head had to be removed 60 feet below, and we created a shaft, 20 meters dia shaft had to be created to remove the cutter head. You could see the rocks, the hardest rock in the world. You have rock, this is in Vishweshwara station, right from the road level, it's full sheet rock. And the story of Bangalore rock condition has become an international discussion. You could see that there is this particular geodata company that did the work for the line 1 of the underground section. This has been an unforeseen prediction that has been taken place in Canada. So I think the next time when we go in for underground stations, all consultants or all experts of underground stations are foreigners, and we shudder to think what's going to be the cost now, because it's in public domain. But there exist challenges now. When the metro is going to be completed and we are going to be through with the project, I think we have to, at the moment we have the line 1 that has been opened up. We have now nearly close to about 2 lakh people traveling in the train, and once the entire metro line gets completed, we expect 500,000 people to travel in the first 6 months, and then close to about 1 million people to travel in the course of 1 year. Traveling with 2 lakh people today has become a big challenge. How do we manage 2 lakh people in the train? How do we manage our staff? How do we manage people? How do you have the crowd control? All this has become an issue. I think people of Bangalore also are trying to learn how to travel in the metro. So we are also gearing up ourselves how to manage the metro system when you have a huge number like 1 million people traveling the train every day. Metro, as I told you, does not connect to the last mile or to the first mile. So we need to have some kind of a system with other agencies that will help in connecting the metro system. We are now very closely working with the BMTC for the feeder route services. We are working with the other mobility agencies like the bike hailing system. We also have cycles at the stations. We're also working with other agencies now to bring in some kind of a cycle system in Bangalore. We have now created an entire path for the cycle from Baipanalli station to RMZ. It's a cycle, there's a separate tree path, there's a separate cycle path, there's a separate footpath. We don't have today in Bangalore a footpath, we have a tree path or a pole path. You don't have anything exclusively meant for that. We're now trying to create, along with BBMP, a separate lane for tree path, a cycle path, and a footpath. And we are hoping to do nearly about 30 kilometers of cycle path in around Bangalore, east to begin with. Along this connectivity started the nightlife in Bangalore. Suddenly the government woke up and said, okay, you can leave and enjoy your life till 1 o'clock in the morning. So what happened, the pressure to us? Why don't you run the train till 1 o'clock? The point is, all the people who go there to the bars and pubs are not metro riders, because they don't have the last mile connectivity and they need to reach home. So they cannot be taking the metro and getting out to the station, they need to be dropped home, and people will not come for the other feeder route services, or the auto rickshaws or the bus will not take people to short distances. Well, if the night nightlife includes night markets, tourists, and shift workers, we will definitely get into doing running the train late in the night. Of course, this has happened now in Pina, where the factory workers have asked us that they wanted to run the train from morning 5 o'clock. We are running the train from 5 o'clock in the morning and going up to 11 o'clock in the evening. So we can accommodate people if the IT companies and all in Whitefield and other things keep asking us that they would like to run the train till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, we can run. Now, what's happened with all? Our air quality has definitely increased, papers say so. The carbon emission has come down and more number of people are choosing to travel in the cycles. We permit people to take cycles in the train, and we ask people to bring a foldable cycle so that the cycle should go through the scanning machine, and if those goes in the scanning machine, we allow people to take the cycles in the train. People have suffered the metro rail system for quite some time, and now it's our payback time to the people of Bangalore. And we felt that we should be able to give people something what we had taken away from them. To begin with, what we did was, there was a huge protest about the MG road. There was a nice boulevard with bougainvilleas around. So people explained saying that this bougainvillea should not be removed. We gave an undertaking to the people of Bangalore that this bougainvillea will be done. We will give a better space for you to do it. And then comes the Rangoli Metro Arts Center. And I think there may be at least 1 million photographs in all the Facebook and all the other social media about this particular center. We have all kinds of activity that goes on in this Rangoli Metro Arts Center. This center recently got the best award for public placement for a public place in the FKCCI recent decision. While the Rangoli Metro Arts Center is a center for urban sort of activities, we have the rural center at the SV Road station, which houses a lot of people from rural artisans who come and sell their products. Apart from that, there is a huge public space wherein we have the skateboard going on, and we also have a food fest festival going on at the SV Road station. The idea is to get people right from the station, get down and have this particular facilities available to them. Talking about the food fest festival, well, Bangalore had a first open street festival in February this year in association with the Tourism Department and the Directorate of Urban Land Transport. It was a huge resounding success where over 100,000 people came and participated, and in its class it was truly international. Now with the metro phase 1 being opened up, we're trying to bring in this kind of public spaces, this kind of a festival going on across Bangalore. We not only have this kind of a space done only at the roadside or at the sides of the metro station or at the periphery of the metro station, we also have this kind of a thing going on within the station. We encourage a lot of art colleges, be it Chitrakala Parishad or be it Sisti School or be it Bangalore University or RV College. We join hands with them to create such public spaces, such engagement, art engagement within the station. Here you see the students of Sisti School have completely transformed the station into an art engagement. Completely, that station has got nearly about 40 art pieces inside the station. Our stations also have got, that's what we say, creative dynamism of the station, wherein we have the Also station, for instance, you have the Intech having an exhibition of the Also town, which happens to be there had to be something about the historicity of that particular place. It is it's got a lot of relevance, and also they had a huge show there. At the same time, you have the Workbench project having their project. You see the future there, you see the past there, you see the connectivity between the future and the past. So the city life though the city life keeps changing, there is something continuity that is happening. Sisti School of Art, after they did the work at the Pina station, came into attention by the sister city initiative of San Francisco, and now they are sponsoring another project at the Cubbon Road station. This is an art installation, and the testing is underway at the Cubbon Road station. We are shortly going to have a festival of art. These are reference images where all my stations are going to be painted in various ways. So the ultimate object here is that we wish to engage with the people, institution to share diverse perspective on the past, present, and future of the city. Bangalore is not what Bangalore is or was. We need to preserve Bangalore. At the same time, we need to go ahead. This will require engagement of all the people in Bangalore to bring in, and Metro has got the space and Metro has got the energy. We would like you to share that energy with you. What else do we do? We also have another course for the students of Bangalore. We have demystified the metro system. We don't say the metro is completely closed guarded, and we don't, not that we say that we don't allow anybody inside the metro premises or to the depot. We encourage students to come over to our station, to our depot. We take them right into the depot, explain to them the entire thing. The students have gone into the tunnel. I don't think anywhere in the world you can have this kind of a facility wherein the metro officials have allowed people to enter their depot or enter their operation control center, because security is a big cause across the world. But we have demystified that, and we have nearly about 30 to 40 batches of students already gone through this particular process. Therefore, while the metro is a technologically best of the companies today, it has included entertainment, and it has got people and community as part of its design. So I think we are truly a TED company. TEDx. Thank you.